What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft and how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, one thing that will occur this summer, and I definitely agree with this, because of all the money that was lost in the stock market, there's going to be a lot of layoffs going on this summer. See, companies, when they lose a lot of money, they compensate for it by letting people go. So they don't have to pay out those salaries on top of all the losses that they took in the stock market. See, whenever you manipulate, and that's what I believe Donald Trump did, whenever you manipulate the stock market, it is going to take toll on everyone in so many different ways. If your 401k did not dry up, then that's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing. If it don't get you that way, it will get you in other ways. There'll be job cuts. There will be hiring freezes going on because they no longer have the same amount of money that they had before Donald Trump's trade wars. So, that being said, a lot of things are going to be cut on your jobs. And your employment is always the biggest thing on the chopping block. And that's a sad thing. I really hope many of our people are not laid off. So Americans brace for a summer of big layoffs. The vast majority of Americans are concerned about the prospect of losing their job this year. This is according to a new survey that they took. 2025 State of the Labor Market Report. My Perfect Resume highlights the growing concerns among U.S. workers about job security, economic instability, and workplace stress. According to the survey of 1,115 workers, 81% said they fear job loss this year, with 20% feeling more worried about finding themselves unemployed in 2025 than they did in 2024, which would make sense. I mean, the economy was not the best, but it was better than what we're looking at right now. The report underscores a workforce increasingly hesitant to make career moves driven by concerns over layoffs and economic downturns. In fact, 76% of workers predict an increase in layoffs this year, while an overwhelming 92% are bracing for a possible recession. And during a recession, there are mass layoffs during that time. And if you go back and look at all of the recessions that occurred in this country, there were always mass layoffs during those recessions. Some 63% believe more businesses will shut down in 2025 compared to last year. Yes, I was reading there were some businesses that literally lost everything when the stock market did a downturn for several days. So, yeah, see, Places like that will definitely be going out of business. So the concerns are not without reason. US based employers announced 275,240 job cuts in March. More than 5 years ago, during the pandemic, according to the report of job placement firms, federal government layoffs accounted for 216,215 of the month's total, contributing to an overall workforce reduction of 275,240. Over the past 2 months, 280,253 layoffs across 27 agencies. These are government agencies. And that is attributed to Doge or Elon Musk, his role in the government. So, as part of its initiative to downsize the federal workforce and cut spending, March layoffs surpassed only by the historic cuts of April and May of 2020. And that's when we were still on lockdown, when employers announced more than 1 million job losses, according to the Challenger records dating in 1989. So workers fear being forgotten. Yeah, so yeah, people are on edge, and I can understand why they are. I don't blame them in a certain sense. It's not like you got people in charge that really care about you, because they're showing each and every day they don't. So layoffs are still happening. Exactly. We just heard about the federal job cuts because it was just such a big story. But in the private sector, it's pretty big as well. It's just not getting as much shine as the federal job losses. So layoffs are still happening, and it's an unpredictable, regular fashion since the start of the year. The economy feels unpredictable. The tariffs are shifting. The news cycle is nonstop, and workers are tired of being caught off guard. And yeah, so people are feeling a lot of anxiety. It's not just fear of job loss, it's fear of being forgotten, left behind, or forced to start all over without a safety net income, financial security, healthcare insurance, just to name a few. Even high performers are staying put in jobs that they have outgrown, not because they want to, but because it feels safer than stepping into the unknown right now. So, we have seen so many things happen. Many economic shifts have occurred in just a short period of time, you know, and everything is moving so fast that people are comparing it to the 2000 .com crash, the ripple effects of 9/11, the 2008 financial collapse, and the pandemic. All right. So that's when things, dipped a lot in this country. So the job market, unfortunately, is not all that great on top of everything that's going on out here. And I would imagine it's not going to be, especially with Donald Trump putting tariffs out there, pulling them back, pausing here and pausing there. How can it be better? So, while unemployment remains historically low, high profile layoffs at major companies create an outsized psychological impact. Each tech or media layoff announcements trigger spikes in resume updates, and even from industries completely unrelated to the affected sectors. So, uncertainty is fueling stress and burnout in the workplace. More than half of respondents, 52%, to the labor market report anticipate burnout rates will worsen with job insecurity. 43% cited as the leading cause. To stay competitive in the job market, 61% of workers said they plan to upskill in 2025, focus on professional development to safeguard their careers. The job market isn't falling apart yet, but people are not trusting it. And like I said, I can certainly understand. So, it's just telling you to refresh or update your skills if you need to try to keep yourself relevant out here. But uh, that's only if you can do it. Some people just can't go that extra mile to, go get education because let's face it, the cost of schooling in America is outrageous. Even if you're taking just a class, it's not cheap. It is not cheap. So, y'all, that's what they're saying, that more than likely it's probably going to be a big layoff going on through the summer months. And people should just be prepared for whatever happens. If you can get yourself together and get things in order, try to save as much of your paychecks as you can in these next coming months, just in case something happens. I mean, I know that's hard to do when you have so many responsibilities and things to pay for, but even if you can put something aside, it's better than nothing. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.